Hi everyone, I'm Swati. If you're watching this video, you're probably getting ready for a high altitude trek, which is awesome. I get super excited before each of my treks. So today I'm going to show you everything that you need to take on your high altitude trek. I'm assuming you're going on a summer trek and that's 1 week long. That would be your Rupkund, Rupin Pass, Buran Ghati, Hamta Pass, any of these treks. This is what you'll need to take. So let's get started. Now in summer, if you're in Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, it's going to be 40 degrees. But in the mountains, it's going to be cold. So if it's summer, you'll need to take 3 warm clothes at least. Okay, so first thing, take a woolen sweater, something like this. Okay, it needs to be light. Don't take something very heavy. It needs to be light and compact, and it needs to serve the purpose to keep you warm. So take a woolen sweater, that's your first layer. Next will be a fleece jacket. Now fleece is very light. This jacket here, I don't think it weighs more than 50 grams, seriously. So take a fleece jacket, it's light, inexpensive and it's easily available. So take a fleece jacket. Next is a padded jacket. Now, when you're climbing at high altitude, as you go higher, it's going to get colder. So, in the night, the temperature could drop to around even below 0 degrees. Okay, so as you do the summit climb and things, you will need a thicker jacket. So, take a warm padded jacket, something like this. It should keep you insulated and warm. So make sure you take this, don't miss out on it because you don't know how useful it is as you climb higher. Now these 3 things you'll be taking apart from your t-shirts. One thing I'd like to point out, this is for a summer trek. If you're going in October, November, add 1 more layer to this. And if you're going in December, you'll be carrying a total of 5 layers. That's mandatory, okay? Don't forget it. This is all apart from your t-shirts. Now take 3 t-shirts at least. Take collared t-shirts so that it'll cover your neck. You can put up the collar and it'll cover your neck so you don't get sunburnt around your neck. If you can, take full sleeve t-shirts as well. If you take 3 t-shirts, it'll be enough because you can rotate these things. You can wear 2 t-shirts. If the inner one gets dirty, you can wear it outside the next day. So you can also use this to insulate yourself. 2 t-shirts are as good as 1 sweater. So just make sure you take at least 3 t-shirts. Don't take more, you'll be overloading yourself. So apart from your t-shirts, you need 2 trekking pants. Okay, trekking pants are not the same as track pants. These are cotton trekking pants. They are light and compact, and even if it gets wet, it'll dry up quickly. So take trekking pants. Track pants, avoid them unless you don't get these. If you're buying track pants, then make sure you take really thin and non-bulky ones. It shouldn't be very baggy also. It should fit you well so that you're comfortable to trek in it. So that's that. Then inside at night you can wear thermals, but in summer it's really not necessary. But in winter you should take these thermals. Okay, these thermals will keep you warm and cozy at night. You just need to wear thermals and 1 track pant over it and you'll be fine. So don't wear these while trekking because you need it fresh every night. Don't let it get sweaty. Just wear it for the night and keep it for the night. So apart from your thermals, that sort of covers your clothes. Keep undergarments, 3 pairs of undergarments at least. Girls, you can carry sports bras, they're more comfortable. And guys, avoid boxers, wear the other regular underwear. So that should cover your clothes. Now I'm going to get to the accessories. I'm going to start from head to toe. Okay, so first thing is a sun cap. Now in the mountains, it's going to be quite very sunny. Even early in the morning at 5:30, 6 o'clock, the sun comes out and you'll need to wear a cap. You can wear a cap like this, something with flaps. Okay, so this will protect your neck and the back of your ears and everything. So you don't even need to apply sunscreen all over the place. You can just wear this cap and you'll be fine. This is for the day. Make sure you carry it. And at night you will need something to keep your head warm. Remember that most of the heat escapes through your head. So you need to cover your head and your ears. So take a balaclava or a woolen cap. I knit this myself, so I'm taking this on my next trek. So this should cover your ears and everything. That's a woolen cap. Now next thing is your neck. You need a neck warmer. This you'll be using mostly in the evening or when it's windy. So you'll need a neck warmer. This is called a neck warmer. It's made of fleece. All you need to do is pull it on over your neck and that's it. It'll keep you warm. Well, one more thing you need to take is sunglasses. Don't forget sunglasses because you'll be trekking in snow, whether it's summer or winter, and you'll need to protect your eyes. Snow blindness is very common if you don't take sunglasses. And now to keep your hands and feet warm, you need gloves. So don't take woolen gloves because you'll be handling snow, and when there is snow, your woolen gloves will get wet and they won't be of any use. So take something like this. These are synthetic gloves. They are water resistant and they'll keep you very warm. In fact, your palms might just get sweaty inside. So just take something warm and nice. And for your feet, you need a good pair of socks. Now I use sports socks always. They are cotton and they come up till here. Don't wear ankle length socks on your treks. Wear sports socks, and for the night you can keep woolen socks. They'll keep you really warm. If you don't get woolen socks also, it's fine. You don't need it on a summer trek. You can just wear 2 sports socks and you'll be fine. Now, apart from these accessories, you need something very important, a poncho. Now, a poncho is basically like a raincoat, but it covers you all the way from your head to your toe, including your backpack. Okay, so use a poncho all the time. You don't know when it's going to rain in the mountains or when it's going to snow. So you really need this. It's mandatory to carry one. Otherwise, it could ruin your trek. So apart from your poncho, you'll need a headlamp. Okay, this headlamp, you can slip it on your head like that. And you can use this to go to the loo at night, or if you need to step out anytime, just use a headlamp. If you don't find a headlamp, you can take a torch, but try and get this. It's available at sports stores. It's more convenient. Okay, after a headlamp, another mandatory thing is a trekking pole. Now, on a high altitude trek, you'll be climbing up and down, and it's going to be quite tiring, and this will save you 40% of your energy. So make sure you take a trekking pole. If you don't know where to find it, you can buy it from us. We have an online store. The next 2 things I'm going to talk about are your toilet kit and medical kit. So your medical kit, we have made a list of medicines that you need to carry. Make sure you carry only those medicines, except if you already take some medications, you can carry those. But make sure you ration these things out amongst your friends. So let's say you're 5 of you coming on the trek, then you can share your medical kit and toilet kit. Your toilet kit should consist of a toothbrush, toothpaste, a moisturizer, preferably petroleum jelly, and your face wash. My face wash doubles up as my hand wash and everything else. So just take 1 soap, okay, and then you can take a chapstick. Your lips tend to chap a lot at high altitude, so take that. Now, all these things you can share with your trek mates. So make sure you just take little bit if you're going in a big group. Now, sunscreen is one thing that your toilet kit should include. Make it above SPF 40 and use it every 3 hours if you're on a trek. Make sure you carry sunscreen, it's very useful. And also toilet paper. Now, in the mountains, we usually have dry toilets where there won't be much water, so you will need toilet papers. Take that. If you're trekking with India Hikes, we also insist that all trekkers carry their own cutlery. So you'll need to bring a mug, a lunch box and a spoon. Now, why do we ask trekkers to bring this? It's because it's not fair to expect one person to wash everyone's dishes. It's high altitude and the water is very cold. Your hands will freeze by the time you can even wash 1 mug. So make sure you take your own cutlery and wash them after every meal. You'll need a lunchbox, mug and spoon. Don't forget this. If you've forgotten it, mention it to your trek leader on the first day and he'll help you out somehow. And apart from these two cutlery things, you'll need 2 water bottles. Take 2 1-liter bottles like this. Avoid mineral water bottles that you can discard on your trek. Do not leave anything that you take behind. So take water bottles that you will not discard. Okay, so apart from the water bottles, you will need a pair of extra slippers. Okay, you can take floaters or flip-flops, whatever works for you. You'll use this at the campsite. It's difficult to get in and out of your shoes, so you'll be taking flip-flops. You can take something like this. This also, if you're going with a group, then maybe one person can carry slippers and 3 of you can use it one after the other. So one thing I'd like to say is do not pack for if situations on a trek. You do not need to think, oh my god, it's going to rain, I need spare clothes. All that doesn't work at high altitude. The idea is to carry as less things as possible. So don't overload yourself because you will need to carry your backpack and climb up. Okay. Now, last 2 things I will talk about is spare plastic bags. Okay, you will need this for your used undergarments or used socks. And also always carry spare Ziplocs. So women can use it to wrap their pads, just sanitary napkins and everything, and put it in a Ziploc bag and bring it down. And also carry a face towel, a very light one that doesn't weigh much. You need to, if you have a runny nose on the trek or if you wash your face, you can use a light face towel. Don't carry heavy towels, please. You will not get to have a bath on your trek, and so don't carry a heavy towel or shampoo sachets or anything. Just carry as minimal things as possible. One last thing you'll need to carry is a day pack. Now, a day pack is a small backpack that you can use to keep 2 water bottles and your basic requirements like your first aid kit and maybe 1 sweater just in case it gets very cold. So take a bag that can be folded and made very small. It should fit in any corner of your backpack basically. Okay, this will come of use just in case you decide to offload your backpack. You'll need to carry your minimal requirements in this. And also on the day of your summit climb, if you're going on the Chandrashila summit or something, you'll be going to the summit and coming back to the base of the summit. So you can just carry this backpack and leave your big backpack at the base. So that's where this will come of use. Make sure you take it. Now I'm going to put all these things in a 55-liter backpack. That's the size of the backpack you'll need, around 55 to 60 liters. And that's it, you're good to go if you have all these things.